It's enough that 10% of those released go back to terror. The question is not the bereaved father's daughter who is buried underground, but in memory of his daughter, he's asking those who will release the terrorists, do you want others to be like her? Now, if you're saying that it's not true, leave IDF soldiers alone. Don't send them to capture them in the middle of the night and possibly be wounded or killed because the price is too high. I was wounded. My wife's nephew was seriously wounded 2 years ago fighting a terrorist in Shechem. There are people in wheelchairs. There are people who were killed. It seems irrelevant now. We have to know how to conduct the raids, to refrain from making foul-ups. You all saw the film on Channel 10 which described what foul-up happened in the Gilad Shalit case. All these things have to happen, but if one soldier has been taken captive, then these prices are placed before us in terms of releasing prisoners. We must release him. So long as there is hatred between the two sides, the potential for terror will be there. And I say that Judea and Samaria and Gaza are full of terrorists. Not all the Arabs are terrorists, that's correct. Those areas are full of terrorists and replacements for those who are in prison. The reason that there is no terror today is a different situation than what existed during the days of the Jubril Agreement. This time period isn't even similar. The means of defense are also different. They made a strategic decision. As long as there is hope, they don't carry out terror, and terrorists have a hard time coming from Gaza. This time period is completely different. This is how you work with terrorism. Like tweezers, you grab them one by one. When they sit in prison, there's less terror. When they're outside of prison, there's more terror. That's the equation. I say that this campaign is destroying Israel's perseverance by raising the individual against the general public. It's a rising trend, and this is the privatization of the state and its security. When the general public becomes secondary, I'm used to a different situation. I'm used to giving for myself, for the general public. And I will run to face the enemy, knowing I could get killed, but it would be for the purpose of holding the country together and defeating the enemy. I claim that this is our strength. And if you ask many people in Gaza, they'll tell you how much they see this as a strength, the way we treat human life. If you say that 1,000 terrorists will be released when the question is not how many will be killed, but only who will be killed, who in your family is each one of you willing to sacrifice for Gilad Shalit? This horror tactic is known. It's known to me. These balances that they'll come and immediately start committing acts of terror, as far as I'm concerned, as far as many security officials who have spoken out are concerned, this is nonsense, and there's no connection between these and other acts of terrorism, and those people who are currently in prison and who would be released. I'm claiming that the price has not gone up whatsoever, and I'm claiming that by the nature of things, nothing in Israel can be achieved without public pressure, unfortunately, and we understand that. The same Benjamin Netanyahu knew, and I say this to him all the time, for two Mossad people to release the greatest symbol of terror at all time, who made up the terror martyrs, Sheikh Ahmad Yassin, and also revived terror leader Mashal. That's why I'm saying that he can, and he knows he can, today. We're not dealing today with Oslo, we're not left, we're not right, we're only talking about Gilad. There's a given price. We tried to apply pressure where we could. I think Israeli society should do some soul-searching about whether we'll be able to run a country in the face of terrorist blackmail. As Shimshon said, they read us. I'm taking this claim in the opposite direction. Since they read us, we have to put an end to it. As we see it, anybody who committed an act of terror needs to sit in prison until their last day, unless the person is already senile.
אלא אם כן הבן אדם הוא כבר סנילי.